Hello, my name is Ozzie, and this is part 7 of my Metroid Prime playthrough. Today we will be moving on a little bit. No power-ups in this episode that I can think of off the top of my head. We're just going to be working our way towards the next couple, which is the Super Missile and the X-Ray Visor. So to begin to get things started, if I could talk properly, we're going to jump up above where the save room was from last time, and we're just going to make our way through this room with the energy orbs that I can now kill thanks to the wave beam. And up here is some Chozo lore, and I'm just going to follow this around using the space jump to get up. And at the end of this there will be like a stalactite that I can shoot down with a missile, and that will give me a platform to stand on to get up to the next bit. So going along the rooftops here will allow me to get to the next exit. There's some new enemies there, ice shriek bats. They're exactly the same as the other bats, they just dive bomb you when you get close enough. And then going through this door, these purple doors, they require a wave beam to get through. I possibly mentioned that last episode, or maybe not. All these little scarabs to work my way through, and you can also hear one of these little energy orbs as well. Those ones actually caught me off guard. I could hear them, but I didn't realise they were there, so I ended up jumping into them. But they don't really do any damage. And there's a bit of a puzzle in this room. First you're required to activate 2 of these spinner devices, which just require you to roll inside them, or use your boost ball. 3 full charges of the boost ball is enough to activate it. And there's one on the other side of the room that also needs to be activated. So you don't want to go up here just yet. This is a bomb slot you activate after the spinners. I just got myself confused when I was playing it. So after you've activated these 2, then you want to go to the bomb slot I was at just before. When you activate this bomb slot, it's going to fill the area with water and make several platforms float on top of the water. You have a time limit to basically use them and get around the other side, but there are also some bats, or I don't know what to call them really, but you can see them there. They're flying around the area and they can actually knock you off these platforms into the water, and if that happens you'll run out of time. There's no way to make it back up in time. So you see me just waiting for them to fly past there. One hits me, but luckily it doesn't knock me down. Now if you get over to this morph ball tunnel, this will take you to an energy tank, and then you just have to roll down the second pipe and do the puzzle again to get back to the top. You don't have to activate the spinners again, they're a one-time deal. You just have to do the bomb slot to make the water come back up. I use my energy beam here just to kill off some of those enemies. The energy beam has a much quicker rate of fire than the regular wave beam. Regular wave beam? I know what I mean. The wave beam has a slower rate of fire, and it's pretty hard to aim at small things just because the way the projectile travels, they can sometimes just hit around it. Anyway, you want to head up here and climb up these rocks on the side, and then you can jump to the top of the central pillar. And there are a few different exits here. Now I'm just going to come through this missile door here to a save room. The main way you want to go at this point is actually across to the wave beam door there. This will now take us into Space Pirate Base. So here I'm just looking for, I know there's a thing I can scan that will disable the turret. It's actually the one at the bottom. There's also a sort of stealthed Space Pirate in here. He uses a melee weapon. Best not to let him get too close to you. The wave beam is really good at stunning the Space Pirates if you use a charge shot. You can see there the turret is now deactivated. I don't recommend doing this unless you're crazy like me. Hitting one of the turrets with a charged wave beam actually overloads it and makes it start shooting off randomly. I do it nearly every time because I don't know why. There's something wrong with me and I just feel like making missiles shoot off everywhere. But it is also a good way of, well, sometimes, if you're lucky, killing off a room of Space Pirates like this, because if I shoot the turret up top, and I'm not sure if I did or not, but I can make it sort of shoot everywhere and catch the Space Pirates in the crossfire. So there you go, I'll do that now. One charge shot, it looks like it wasn't actually enough. So it's only if you kill it with a charge shot rather than just hit it. But the Space Pirates in here aren't too hard to deal with. This door in the back corner takes me to a map room. But you just need to get to the top of the previous room and through a wave beam door to the next area. This next little corridor just has, I think, a couple of those energy things, and takes me through to one of the first sort of research labs of the Space Pirate Base. You can see plenty of these little tanks sitting around. They can be destroyed with a missile. You'll see how that's useful later on. For now, there'd really be no point in destroying them because they're empty. Here you can see me looking around. There are Space Pirates that cling to the roof, and when you get close enough they jump down and attack you. So I'm just trying to locate them. I know roughly where they are, I just have trouble actually seeing them. So there's one right at the very top of the screen there, you might have caught it. I just need to make my way up to the top of this room. There'll be plenty of Space Pirates that drop on me on the way up. I think there's 3 of them in total. And all of those little things I was scanning are just logbook entries. So it's all like the Space Pirate research data, things like that. It is worth reading if you're playing through. Adds a bit more to the story. So you can see me, if you get a quick shot off, they sort of fall down and stand there for a bit, like they're not sure what to do. So if you do get the jump on them, it is worth it. This room just contains some of the security turrets. There's not really much to hide behind, so doing what I'm doing now is not the best idea, because it's very easy for missiles to just shoot your way, and you've got nothing to hide behind. They hurt. But that doesn't stop me from doing this anyway. So I took out the last two with missiles just to be a bit quicker. So this room, I'm not entirely sure what it's for. I'm guessing it's like the space pirate researching either the planet or the solar system or something like that. There's a big projector in the middle of the room that ends up showing, I think, it's either the planet and the things orbiting it, or it's the star, the planet's orbiting the star. I don't remember off the top of my head. But just need to take out all the space pirates before you can get started, and this console will activate. Just need to head across the room and scan it to activate it. As you can probably guess, the next step is to activate the morph ball bomb slot. Now you have to make your way to the other side of the room and climb a little bit to activate the second bomb slot. This jump can be a little bit tricky the first time you try it. Really, you just have to get to the edge of the platform you're on, like jump at the last second, and time your double jump so that you get the most distance out of it. But as you can see, the second bomb slot activates the device in the middle. There are 4 spinners around the base that all need to be activated next. You can activate these spinners in any order, it doesn't matter. This then turns on the projector, and okay, it's the planets around the star, so there you go. I don't know if that's the solar system we're in now, or a different one, but it's a solar system. And that little cutscene showed a power up at the top. That is the super missile, but I'll actually be getting that next episode, because that's all I've got time for this episode. I'm just going to get to the top of this room and enter a save room. It's just here on the right. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.